Masturbation is the sexual stimulation of one's own genitals for sexual arousal or sexual pleasure, usually to the point of orgasm. The stimulation may involve hands, fingers, household objects, like a ladle, why not? Vibrators, or any combination of all of the above. Anything that feels good to you. Who knew? I did. It is considered abnormal only when it inhibits a partner-oriented behavior, or is done in public, or is sufficiently compulsive to cause distress to, say you have more than one callus on your penis, or you get the carpal tunnel from the fingering of the vagina. Masturbation is a solid substitute for sex. Care for a little menage-a-moi action? Light a candle, pop up a slow jam. It's time to shake off some of that cultural baggage, don't you think? Masturbation is incredibly common, but still highly stigmatized. It's often a topic that is viewed pretty negatively and is still associated with guilt, shame, and indulgence. Thank you, religion and media. And not just something that we do in our downtimes, like men, per se. I sometimes masturbate just to fall asleep. Overall, masturbation is very common, especially among young women. It also has a lot of health benefits. Like a glass of wine. A study from the Archives of Pediatrics and Medicine has found that about 43% of 14-year-old female teens have masturbated, and that number goes up to about 60% by age 17. It also points out that among women, masturbation in childhood and adolescence has been associated with positive sexual experiences later on in life and a healthier self-image. Know yourself. Explore without shame. If that acceptance starts young, oh my God, what we could accomplish. In 1994, the US Surgeon General, Jocelyn Elders, recommended adding masturbation to public sex education. She was heavily criticized and ultimately had to resign because of the fallout. But the mechanics of a woman's body are a little more complicated. So denying education is not about denying 13-year-old boys on how to masturbate, it's about denying little girls on how to be familiar with their own bodies. Vanessa Marin, a sex therapist, has said that the main reason women give her for not doing it is because they are embarrassed and that they don't know how. Women need resources! She created an online course called The Finishing School. Go finish with her. She's helping women all over the country learn how to masturbate and orgasm. The notion that women enjoy sex has not yet achieved cultural acceptance. There are a lot of long-standing myths about masturbation, like it could make you go deaf, or that you could grow hair in weird places, or that it causes infertility. That is not true. That you can lose all of your sexual pleasure and not have any left over for your partner? That's ridiculous. It is not a well that runs dry. There's a long-standing myth that if you were to climax on your own, that you would not be able to come during intercourse. That is not true. But Holly Richmond, PhD in somatic psychology and sex therapist, says the more you masturbate, the more sex you will want to have. And practice makes perfect. When you have an orgasm, your body releases endorphin hormones and releases oxytocin and dopamine, which blocks pain receptors and makes you feel good. Masturbation with a partner or on your own helps you figure out what you like sexually. Women are often taught that a male's pleasure comes first. Both people should be satisfied. Intimacy should not be selfish, except for when you are masturbating. There's no wrong way to do it. With fingers, with a vibrator, you remember the ladle?